never find a replacement for me. Not a good time, Sony.
Hello everyone, and we're wishing happy holidays to everyone, especially a happy new year. And today we wanted to do something familiar to what we did for the Wolverine. If you haven't checked that out, you should go and see that. So today we're gonna go, we have this retro version, of course, of Venom. This is probably our first Venom here. Probably our first villain. And we wanted to get this one for Christmas. And here it is.
This is the 2018 version, which is so special to us. This Venom has coming out in 2018. Not the best ratings, but the action figure is legit. It's just legit. There's some good packaging around there. And the tongue, I think it's really exaggerated. Let's not move on to the features. Let's look around the packaging, see if we can find anything relatable.
So this is definitely from the movie. Same thing on the other side. In the back you see him. It says here, field reporter Eddie Brock is hijacked by an alien entity that takes a liking to Earth and decides to protect it. And, of course, it's a fun movie. We just watched it again. I watched it for the second time. My brother just watched it. We thought it was meh. But that's okay. Especially since Sony isn't giving back Spider-Man to Marvel. But enough with dealing with what they're doing right now. We're going to get on into opening it, and we'll see you soon.
Hi guys, we're back, and Venom's been acting really bad lately.
Leave me alone.
We have tater tots and chocolate!
Like and subscribe to this video in order to improve our YouTube channel, The Marvelous Bros.
Before we begin with comparisons, articulation, packaging, and all that, we're going to do the small things first, such as the accessories. Just like the Wolverine, it comes with a fair amount of accessories, such as 3. You can switch the head and from the open tongue mouth head, or you have the teeth and or gritty look. It looks kind of funny, doesn't it? Looks funny like that. And you can switch the hands right and left. And so if you don't like the open hands, you can switch them into the fist.
And they come with both left and right issues, so those are the accessories.
So we're gonna do the details, and we're gonna look at his head first. So they do look a teensy bit smaller than the retro version. Of course, the eyes. His teeth are pretty ferocious. You do not want to mess with those teeth, neither do you want to go inside of them. You have the tongue. It's long. It's sticky.
Exaggerated.
Definitely, Nico. And, of course, nothing around on the back of his scalp. He looks just like in the movie. Like his back like that. And now, the face sculpt is pretty nice. It's more open, the jaw over here. On the neck, there's not much, except that it is close to the vines there. And right now we're going to do the details of the body. Of course, not the legs, anything below that. So right now, you can see that it has veins. No sign of a symbol on his back or his chest. And if you've seen the movie, you don't really see that. So there's no missing out on that. On his hands here, just like on his chest and his back, it's a little bit blurry there. You can see that it has the same pattern as it does on his chest, his shoulders, and his back. And on the other hand, it's the same thing. And it's open. I feel like it's a pretty good size for hands. It can choke a superhero if you want so, or another person that you have. It's perfect for any character except for those big dudes like him himself. You want to choke himself. Right here you can see his abs. In the retro version he does, but they're not really fairly exaggerated. But the chest, yeah, that looks exaggerated. You have, of course, his ribs here. Center ribs. Kind of reminds me of Alien. And go back over here. Nothing much over here. You can twist it to the side if you want to. Forward, back. And you can also twist forward, twist forward like this. And there's his booty. Now, my brother's gonna do the legs.
I'm gonna be doing legs now. To top it off, first of all, there are no white veins on the legs. You're allowed to be disappointed by this fact. It still looks good. I just feel like a little upset that there's no white veins around the legs. It's not very exaggerated. You see some veins here, some muscle. That's okay, pretty exaggerated. Then once you go down to the feet, they look pretty human, all separate. They are not sticking together. And then once you go to the other foot, same thing, just except it's left. There's not much to tell around the legs. There's also a serial number. That's not supposed to be part of the action figure, but I guess it was like stuck on there. I don't care how big your articulation is. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how tall you are. It always matters about the movie, and I have proof that mine was better than yours.
Oh, really? Is it that good? You want to see my movie? Okay, it wasn't that good, but I look cooler still, and since I'm half human, I thought they did good CGI in that movie.
You look like burnt tater tots that a grandma just threw up.
Now that looks like you! How dare you insult tater tots!
We're going to be jumping in right now into the articulation. Hopefully you enjoyed that passport program. So we have, of course, the turning head module that every single action figure has that. I'm not sure I have met an action figure that hasn't. So we have that. It can't go up and down very much. It can go slightly and then pop, the head will go off. I was just doing that earlier today accidentally. The head does not have any limit. It can go all the way around. Not only does that, so we're going to go to the arm right now. This has a developing module right here. You can go like this. You go back in. You can turn all the way around like this. And it can go, it has that elbow module, also articulation, elbow articulation. This hand can move also. The wrist has the articulation. The hand, the fingers don't have any articulation. I'm not sure I have met an action figure that has that type of articulation there. There's the same articulation on the other right arm. Okay, so the chest, I have heard rumors that the chest has the most articulation. Like, for example, the stomach part. And it actually does. So right below the chest, like the chest part of the chest, there, around the 6-pack, I'm pretty sure it is, right above the belly button, there is the turning module right here. This is another type of articulation. If you have ever seen, this has a different type of articulation right here. It just moves back and forth. And this also moves back and forth like this, also with it. But not only is it just the chest, it's also below the belly button. It's like, it has, you see that? It's like right here, that roller. And it's right here. It has both, which I think, I haven't seen that on an action figure before. It does both those things, which I think is really cool. And also, the legs, they have articulation, have they always been. The articulation module right here is working out, and it can just do like a breakdance move. It can turn also, right here below right above the thighs. Just like always, it can also have double jointed knees. It has double jointed knees right here. It also has, it doesn't go very far, but the ankle module, the ankle articulation is doing great, but when it comes to like trying to go like asphalt and like put it up like this or down like that, it doesn't work very well, but it can turn around all the way like that. There's the same articulation on the other leg, and now we're going to be going to the comparison between the retro Venom and the classic new one. We'll be going right now. To wrap everything up, we're going to be comparing what happened with the Venom retro version and how everything completely changed with the second 2018 movie version. So I guess we're going to be starting with height. This, if you have ever heard of the First 10 Years Ultron action figure, they are both from the same company, Hasbro. This is definitely 7.5 inch as my guess. This looks pretty big. And as we go to Venom, this is 6 inch. Normally it looks pretty big, but it says 6 inch and this is 7.5 inch, which is a complete difference with 1.5 inches separate.
So the retro version has symbols both front and back. Well, front and back. And of course, when you look at the movie version, Sony wanted to change a little bit of something, make it feel more monster and symbiote. So they did the vines here and removed the symbol. You go, neighbor.
Next up is going to be definitely weight. So once you weigh them or separate them, you can tell that Venom is absolutely a lot more heavier.
In the retro version.
Yes. In conclusion to the weights, Venom is heavier, but I'm not sure to be exact how heavy he is, because then I put him on the scale, it's 0.000 pounds, because of course they have no weight, but they're barely a pound, but they still have weight, honestly.
But you were talking about characters like Juggernaut or Toxin.
Those are definitely easy to measure.
Yeah, you could feel that. When we first had Juggernaut, you were like, what? This is huge. But hey, we're not talking about Juggernaut, we're talking about Venom here.
Yeah. Okay. Andres, you want to do anything else in comparison?
I want to say articulation. So Venom can move up, forward like this, and he can move to the sideways like this. So it'll be more. So this is probably more of a pose character. It makes it easier for posing. But if you take reason for this guy, he does this. I like this more a lot, and this can move forward like this. And it is kind of weak now because he had to do it for 3 years. He's our first villain. And articulation in the legs here, definitely weaker since it is 3 years old. Probably all the articulation here is probably not gonna work well. The head works well. A difference between this dude and this dude is that the retro version has his head that can move more up and more down. And if you take this guy, it's kind of limited with how you move the head. You can only move more sideways and barely doesn't go up or down. For the hands, probably the same thing if you kind of realize it. This is the retro version. The articulation is good. The durability is good. So probably will last a long time. Like this dude, he hasn't broken yet. And hopefully this won't do because this is brand new. And to sum it up everything, that is Venom. And like they say, we are Venom.
Make sure to like and subscribe and look at the column here or up here or right here. To find out more videos we have just done, make sure to check out the Wolverine video and tons of others ones. Thank you so much for watching, and hit the bell, hit subscribe, and hit the like button. Don't make sure to smash it and don't break your device. Just so we can make sure to send you videos, make our YouTube channel better, and we can sign up so much more. Thank you so much for watching.